Okay, so you know how there are best practices? Like, for example, in Salesforce, you shouldn't label something anything different than its API name because it can get confusing, especially when you're trying to talk to a developer about something and you're like, hey, there's this field. And then they go try to look that up from an API perspective and they're like, huh?
I must have put a decimal point in the wrong place or something.
Well, now there seems to be the practice. And I don't even know, honestly, how we got here. So I found this thing in one of our clients' orgs. And I don't even know if it's common practice, but it definitely should never be done. And I want to nip this thing in the bud right now because it should not be something that anyone else does. Use a Salesforce flow as a validation rule. Like, please don't do that.
I don't get it.
I get it. It's confusing. I said a bunch of words that are all valid Salesforce words, but when you put them together, you just kind of crinkle your head a little bit. And look, all they really did was they created a record trigger flow. And they put that together with whatever criteria they wanted. And then if it met that criteria, they just put a custom error in, which is seemingly clever, but don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Please, no.
Now, look, when I first saw this, I was like, why would they do that? And the only rational explanation I could come up with is if you do hit this really annoying error that Salesforce throws sometimes, which is too many references on one object. And now, if you've seen this horrible error pop up when you've been trying to create either validation rules or formula fields, it is extremely annoying. And just so you know what it is, if you reference other objects too often, like over 20 times, they just don't let you do it anymore. So if you have a formula field or you have a validation rule that points to your account object from the opportunity, it's just going to be like, nope, you can't do that. Sorry. And in those instances, I understand why they would want to have this workaround, but there's like so many better workarounds. You could, I don't know, figure out how to consolidate all the things you're looking up. Make sure you don't do that as much. Do things asynchronously. Like there's a lot of other ways to make sure all of this stuff gets calculated that doesn't have to reference like 18 different thousand objects. And I get that this seemed clever, but this is bad practice for a lot of reasons. Like one, flows execute differently than validations rules do. There's a place called validation rules so that you can go and know where all the validation rules are that you have in one spot. So when you get one and someone says, why can't I do this? You can go look it up in one place instead of having to look through a bunch of flows and see where it is, because that would be really annoying. So yeah, like don't do that. It's not good. You've been warned. Rant over. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you know any other really practices that have come through for you guys.